Going live?
Going live.
Okay. Greetings and welcome.
You're not plugged in to the microphone.
Okay.
You need the cable. All right. What's up, everybody? Give it a moment or two. We're trying this out. We're going live on all the different platforms. This camera is youtube.com/thenewamericanmedia. Click subscribe. And leave your comments. This camera, this is Facebook, facebook.com/thenewamericanmedia. Follow the page, like the page, click for notifications, all that stuff. You know the drill. If you saw something that's interesting, click I want to see more. And as long as it's interesting, stick around. If it ain't, y'all can go. What's up, Dave? Ah, look at Gibson. Miss you, Gibber. How was NAM, Dave? You went this year, right? How was it? Nope. I'm going to need an attachment for that. Can we do the lavalier?
I have one. I have to.
That's what I was trying to figure out, because if it was man on the street, I'd have to plug right into that. That's the connection we're looking for.
Right.
I have an adapter, but I don't know where it is. Forgive me while I put this together. This is kind of the first time we've done our show with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cameras over here. Good times. Oh, there you go. That'll work.
Let's see if this
Unless it's too wide. Let me see the end of it.
fits tight. But...
What's up, Greg McWhorter? How are you, brother? Yeah, sorry I missed you too, Dave. But you know how NAM is. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy place. Oh, if you're on Facebook, tap like hearts and likes and stuff. Because those things are good. Let me try. Where's the other?
Yeah, we're going to test it.
I'm going
we
to
can
see
ask
if
the
it...
audience.
All right. We're just about set here. It's cool. This will give a second for people to get into the room. Get this out of the way. It's like our behind the scenes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we only have a couple of minutes today, so we're going to buzz through the news fast, and we're going to chop this up in post-production.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I wonder how I'm not getting an audio reading on here. Do you normally get that?
I don't know. No, it doesn't say anything on that camera. Well, we'll have built-in mics on the cameras, I think. Oh, we have a lot of cameras. Wow.
Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, good stuff.
What music is playing?
Uh-oh, that's your phone.
No, my phone's right here. Let's see, Dave saying NAM is good. I got to catch up with Jared James Nichols. Awesome, dude. Happy to see you guys doing more of these. Thank you, Greg. Yeah, man. We're going to be doing more of these starting now, so we're going to tear into this stuff fast. We probably only have about 15 minutes, maybe 12 minutes. So we're going to get about
minutes.
Yep. Okay. So we're going to get about 3 minutes per story.
Right. No,
we got Bernie Sanders, we got Jussie update, we got Trump in Venezuela, and we got McCabe. So we got 4 stories, 3 minutes apiece. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do this. Camera check 1, camera check 2, camera check 3, camera check. Where am I in that one? I need a little bit.
Well, yes, it doesn't hold very well. All right, we need to
move it back a little.
Thanks for everyone's patience. I promise next week this thing is going to be rocking.
What's up, Steve? Thank you for watching. Type your comments in here. Type your comments in there. Type your comments in there. All these cameras, we'll try to get to them as well. So, ready?
Eric.
Eric is in there. What's up, Eric? Okay, and a 3, 2, 1. Broadcasting to you live from the Milky Way galaxy, the solar system, planet Earth, North America, the United States of America, California, Los Angeles, to be specific. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Agree to Disagree here on thenewamericanmedia.com. My name is Brian Engelman. I'm joined with Blake Wally. Blake, how are you?
Doing well, Brian. Glad to be here.
And it's good to have everybody here. Lots of cameras. We're still fiddling with exactly how we want this to figure out. Relaunch week.
Growing pains, but we'll have it all squared away by next week.
That's the rumor.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe even tomorrow. We'll get some more done. But we only have about 12 minutes today, so we're going to get about 4 stories, 3 minutes apiece. Maybe starting off with what? Maybe what do you have pulled up? Like
Bernie Sanders. That's kind of the big story today. There's a few of them. So yeah, I'll talk about Bernie Sanders. Talk about Jussie Smollett.
All right.
Maybe a little bit else. We get to it.
Go start with Bernie.
All right. Bernie Sanders announces his 2020 presidential run. He says it's time to move the revolution forward. So Senator Bernie Sanders he announced his intentions during an interview on Vermont Public Radio, which CNN's New Day quickly picked up and played for its viewers. The balance of the clip aired on CNN revealed Sanders spending most of his time hitting President Donald Trump in a remarkably harsh and critical manner. Sanders called him an embarrassment to our country, a pathological liar, and a racist, xenophobe, homophobe. Wow. One gets the sense after listening to the clip that Sanders does not hold President Trump in very high esteem.
What evidence is that he's a homophobe? I mean, I swear I just got a story that the Trump administration is pushing to get the global. Did you see the story? I shared it on, I believe, the New American Media Facebook page, but a strong push to decriminalize homosexuality across the globe. This is actually still a problem in 2018. It's some of these, what do they call them? The S-hole nations. Remember, Trump said you're not allowed to call a nation a shithole, but what if they treat gays as second-class citizens? Does that qualify as a shithole nation? I don't know. I guess when it fits the agenda, but I don't know where Bernie Sanders is coming from calling Donald Trump a homophobe. I literally have no. I feel like he's the least homophobic president we've had since Obama, and they're like 1A and 1B. I feel like they're about the same on that issue.
Yeah, it makes no sense. And yeah, I mean, he did The Apprentice. He's had gay contestants. There is no basis in reality on this.
But what else do you expect from a self-avowed democratic socialist? There's no basis in reality. It's pie in the sky. It's promises, bribes, all the same stuff that all the failed dictators do. The socialists, the Marxists, the communists, it's all empty promises. It's all pie in the sky. They don't really think this stuff through. So I wouldn't expect anything less from Bernie Sanders. But man, I was watching him talk today, and I remarked to Blake. So I says to Blake, I says to him, I says to the guy, I says this friggin' guy, can you get a load of this friggin' guy? No, but I was just like, is this a comedy skit? Is this a sketch? Is this sketch comedy? Like, I feel like the Democrats are nothing but cartoon parodies of what people used to laugh at them and accuse them of being. Either they've always been that and now the mask has come off like a Scooby-Doo episode, or they're one-upping the level of craziness between AOC and Bernie Sanders and the rest of their ilk. Man, I really think Joe Biden's going to come in and try to seem like the reasonable person in the room, and he's a weirdo on top of it.
Yeah, he's pretty creepy. Yeah, I expected this kind of talk from, as you said, one of the younger people. There's a lot of people I could see this coming from. I thought Bernie kind of tried to make a point of, like, being above that, and clearly he's not. So he's coming out as swinging, and I like it, but yeah, it really does hurt his credibility. And I don't see him standing much of a chance. I think it's going to be kind of hilarious to watch him run again. Obviously, he's been triggered because of all of this anti-socialist stuff from Trump. The last couple of speeches that we've seen, taking some shots, and I think most of the country agrees. As
it should be. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic that President Trump is coming after socialism in all of its evils and using Venezuela as a flashpoint, as a great example of why you don't want to go down this route. And I think it's fantastic. I think it's great that it is coming to light. Feel the burn, Steve says. Indian burn. Okay, maybe all right. So will that be a Pocahontas with maybe Elizabeth Warren with am I getting that's what that ticket's going to be, Steve? Thanks, Steve, for joining. Hi, Danielle. Thanks for joining. Dave saying, thanks for keeping me updated on the issues. Thank you for listening to whatever we think important issues are. Agree or disagree, leave your comments below. We'll try to get to them and comment on it. But segueing that to our next story, probably where? Venezuela? Is that where we're going to go for the next one?
Well,
or over
before
to
that, I guess we could talk about Elizabeth Warren, because she was also talking about the 25th Amendment to remove Trump. So Elizabeth Warren's already, I think she's, well, she is running. I don't see where she's going to go with this. Yeah, the Pocahontas thing. So really, all that stuff really blew up in her face with the DNA test. And then, of course, and she ends up getting busted. She applied for the Texas bar. And she said that she was a Native American.
Well, listen, they said that's what Barack Obama did with the Harvard Law Review. That the missing transcript shown that to get financial aid, that there was a claim that he himself told people certain things to get certain financial benefits to get through college, and a lot of those records have since been sealed. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of this going around. People, shocking, figure out that people can get free money by claiming certain grievances. No wonder we're in the position we are in 2019, where every group of person has been split into this tribal mentality where you have to be broken down into: are you a Catholic? Are you a Muslim? Are you a woman? Are you a transgender? Are you this? Are you that? Are you Caucasian? Are you Latino? And it's tribal politics. It's really divisive. It's really unhelpful. It's counterproductive. Dare I say it's evil. I think we're supposed to be judging people on the content of their character, not on the all sorts of non-relevant issues. And I think everybody should have an equal opportunity for success in this country. I don't think that the game should be rigged based on stuff like that. So we're seeing with Elizabeth Warren how she may have gamed the system, and by may have, it looks like she completely gamed the system.
Do you think she deliberately tried to put herself at an advantage, or do you think?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Is goofy enough that she really wanted to believe that she was more Native American than she really was? I
mean, there's a lot of families that have a story of, there's Native American blood in my family lines, or I got this, I got that, and you have the stories passed down. Okay, but once again, it just shows, why should there be a benefit to being of a certain thing? You shouldn't have a benefit or a detriment to being a certain thing.
Agree with that.
So anyway, so Elizabeth Warren's out there talking about the 25th Amendment. That's the same thing that McCabe was using, right?
Yes, that's what a lot of the top brass. It's apparently, within the Justice Department, the FBI. Yeah, it's pretty ugly. Looking like they were trying to have a coup going. They did not want Donald Trump taking office, and they were prepared to at least try and see if they could get some of the powerful people together and try to prevent that from happening. Or if he did get in, then have him swiftly removed for being incompetent somehow. That was pretty a bold move to try to pull that off. And it's clear these agencies have no business being a part of that. It'd be one thing if he was, doing some really, scary stuff. I mean, people don't like him on Twitter, but that's not a reason to, there wasn't anything to suggest that he was incompetent and that he needed to be removed by a very extreme measure.
Steve is asking, what is the difference between these 28 candidates? Maybe the difference between 23, like 23 and me. It's all about how much grievance you can claim. That South Park did a really great send up on it. He's like, 23 and me. I'm 17% victim. I'm 11% victim. Well, if you haven't seen the skit, you got to watch it. Blake, have you seen it? Do you know the one I'm referencing?
I've seen most of the South Parks except for the last 2 or 3
Got to watch it. It's all about, I'm 11% victim. I'm oppressed. Turns out I'm 11%. Whatever. It's just, it's fantastic. I don't know what the difference is between those 28 candidates. The field
is pretty sad for the Democrats. The only one I'm actually intrigued by that I don't know much about is Howard Schultz, and they do not seem to want him in there. Who's, what is he, the former CEO of Starbucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the only.
Is he former?
Anyway. I don't know.
Okay, so moving along, because we're short on time today. What else we got? Is that enough on Elizabeth Warren?
Speaking of victim, we have a professional victim, is Jussie Smollett.
Oh, yeah.
Set up quite a hoax, and it's really this could be his down. This is an epic downfall. He was trying to get attention. Apparently, he was miffed because there was some sort of a letter that was sent to him that's also being called into question, because now they're starting to, the feds are questioning if Jussie Smollett sent a threatening letter to himself and then faked a bunch of outright. How come people aren't upset about this? And so then he staged an attack. So the feds are now probing whether Jussie Smollett was involved in sending a suspicious letter to himself a week before the alleged hate attack in Chicago that has also been called into question, according to a new report on Tuesday. FBI and the U.S. Postal Inspection Services are investigating the claim by the brothers that Smollett played a role in the letter to Fox's studio on January 22nd. The note, which featured the message, "You will die, black F word," in cutout magazine letters and a stick figure hanging from a tree, is now at an FBI crime lab for analysis. And of course, the word MAGA was written in red letters across the envelope. And then he was upset. So Jussie, maybe put this fake letter out, and then when the press didn't, and it wasn't like a huge outrage over why somebody would send this letter, then they staged an attack in Chicago and said that these two white guys said this is MAGA country, assaulted them, beat them up, threw some chemical on them that may have been bleach, at a noose, and then. That also gets interesting because Jussie was trying to get onto the Good Morning America show, I believe. Let me see if I can pull up. I've got someone. Yeah, Jussie Smollett reportedly insisted on a TV appearance after the attack. So almost immediately from suffering, or from what he told the cops was a violent, anti-gay, and racist attack, Empire star Jussie Smollett insisted on going on TV to tell his story, and that he was adamant that he wanted to appear on ABC's Good Morning America, said somebody close by.
Well, it's so interesting. I feel like, Blake, a lot of the media is trying to create the boogeyman that they envision. They've invented these straw man boogeymen running around, just evil pieces of human filth. And there are bad people in the world. But, for this Jussie Smollett, I don't know if he wrote the letter about himself. That's an even more interesting component to this. We'll have to wait and see how that comes out. But if we're talking about, what's the F word? Is that
F-U-C something?
Oh, okay. So I thought it was about his...
well, the F word is very versatile.
But wasn't it about his sexuality? Wasn't that?
That was in the when he was attacked. Then I think it was.
Well, we don't know what the F word is in that one. Yeah. But by the way, this is MAGA country. This is from NBC News. This is a story I was mentioning a second ago. Here's how it connects. From Berlin, the Trump administration. This is from NBC News, by the way. The Trump administration is launching a global campaign to end the criminalization of homosexuality in dozens of nations where it's illegal to be gay. U.S. officials tell NBC News, a bid aimed in part at denouncing Iran over its human rights record. So this is MAGA country, by the way. This is the intolerant administration that these people want you to think America is. I don't encounter the boogeymen that the media wants to constantly put out there of what they think America is. I think they're poisoning the minds of children. I think they're indoctrinating kids in schools. I think there's a lot of people that listen to what the media, and honestly, if the media's been pushing this fake Jussie Smollett story and this fake Trump-Russian collusion story, at what point are they going to be deplatformed and demonetized and shadow banned for pushing conspiracy theories and fake news? It's obvious that this is all the case. So if we're going to play it even and keep it balanced on both sides of what is fair, what are the tech giants supposed to do at Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Patreon, how about take care of people that are pushing fake news? And I think those are the air quote mainstream. This is the dinosaur media. This is the dying, gasping, choking, gurgling, frothing at the mouth on their last legs media that they trip over themselves looking for a story that doesn't exist because they want to find it so badly they don't bother with basic journalistic integrity. And I think it's disgusting. I think that's why the rise of the new American media is happening. And I think the new American media is every one of you who hold us accountable, put our feet to the fire. Help us find, if we put a story out that's wrong, tag us, show us. Yeah. Let's have the conversation about it. Let's correct it. Nobody here is trying to create phantom stories. We're just trying to follow stories down to their logical conclusion. So for today, Blake, the logical conclusion is we're low on time. So is there one more story we want to get to before we bounce?
I'll just hit this headline. It's like what you were saying. This is from Natural News. It says, Trump-Russia collusion revealed as a massive hoax. Americans deserve an apology from Democrats and the entire fake news media. Yeah, Brian, we were trying to make a point last Friday about how, shouldn't we go up in the algorithms now? Or, should there be punishments for people that are putting out fake news? And then apparently the entire liberal media jumped on board. They're not having a very good year so far. So they've put over 2 years of investment into this whole Mueller investigation, and now this Jussie Smollett thing. And then we had the, what was the kids? The
Covington kids.
Covington kids, yeah. Not a good year for the Democrats. So
no, it's a great year for the Democrats because this is what they've been doing for decades. Except we can bust them on it now. And they've been. This is no endorsement of the right. I have no interest in pushing for the Republican Party or singing the praises of the Republican Party, but we can talk about the Democrats and the old guard media that's just been completely lying to you for a very long time. It's important that you catch. The beautiful thing about this, Blake, is it's all online. You can't run from it anymore. You can't pretend you didn't say what you said. You can't pretend that you didn't lie the way you did. It's all coming out. And I think if you're more honest about things, you're going to skew away from that identity politics nonsense and toward more of a libertarian, live and let live, conservative type, not getting into personal business, just kind of that type of thing. This redistribution and, the methods and tactics of the socialist, communist, Marxists. It's really about power. It's demanding that they take from other people at the barrel of a gun. That's what it is. If oh no, it's not. It's just taxes. What if they say no? Well then, then you're gonna point a barrel of a gun at them, put them in chains, throw them into a cage like an animal because you just robbed them legally. So there's something really criminal about thinking you know better than other people.
You don't think Bernie Sanders was better than us?
Yeah, let's let Bernie Sanders live his life better than us. Let's trust Bernie Sanders, the socialist, the democratic socialist. Do you have a good Bernie Sanders impression?
I'll have to work on try. I don't know.
All right, maybe for another day. Okay, we're out of time. Any other stories we left on the table? Quick, 1 sentence, 2 sentences.
He's a pathological liar, a racist, a xenophobe, a homophobe. Yeah.
That works. That was all right.
It's okay.
Great.
First of all, I wanted to let the people of the state of Vermont know about this first. I'm going to have to practice my Bernie. What I promise to do is, as I go around the country, is take the values of all of us in Vermont to proud of, believe in justice, in community, in grassroots politics, town meetings. That's what I'm going to carry all over this country. Okay.
Awesome.
Reasonably. All right. I'll work on that.
Good stuff. Okay. We got to bounce. We'll do this again soon. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, click, like, share on Facebook. Tap the like and the love buttons. Give us some hearts and thumbs up. And subscribe on youtube.com/The New American Media. Follow us in our group, Agree to Disagree. It's a private group. Facebook, all that jazz. Instagram.com/The New American Media. We'll see you soon. Peace.
Thanks, everybody.
Let's end all these. We got a lot to end. Look at all these cameras.